Ifoma Nigerians, welcome to Active Citizens. The program is Morning Pulse and my name is Sharon Enemchuku. I am joined in the studio by Ifoma Oji. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
How are you doing?
Very well.
You look rather radiant.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I don't know how many times we have complimented each other on the show, but I like that.
Can't stop doing that.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to the stories that we have for today. The PDP has unveiled its zoning panel ahead of the 2027 presidential race, officially setting the stage. But amidst rising speculation, the party has made one thing clear. There is no plan to bring back Goodluck Jonathan and no deal in sight with Mr. P2B, as some say. It's a strategic reset focused on internal consensus and regional power balancing. The question now is, where does the pendulum swing, north or south? Meanwhile, on the governance front, ministries are in a budgetary chokehold. The Accountant General has suspended all fund requests from MDAs that haven't accounted for their 2024 spending. The Senate is backing the move, warning that any agency without proper documentation will get nothing from the 2025 budget. With project delays mounting and the payment system dragging, the fear is, will this stall national development even further? My own is that I'm not even sure this is going to stall any national development because, to be honest, I have not seen the completion of the so-called projects that have been awarded. All of them are still ongoing projects. But my first question is, do you think this is a step in the right direction? I mean, the body has come out to say, the Accountant General has come out to say that unless you go through due process, we are not paying for any contract until, you go as, you do things as stated. But what do you think? Do you think this is a right step, or is there an undertone to that?
Well, I don't actually think it's a right step, in as much as I feel like, okay, this is something that is quite commendable, you understand? But at the same time, I feel like you can't just come and halt projects without proper planning. You have to coach people, re-coach people again, you understand? Because, I mean, for you to combat wastefulness, you get, and mismanagement of funds, a lot of things need to be put in place. And you could see that I don't think all the things were actually put in place before this halting.
I think they were.
But at the same time, this halting this, imagine, let me say, for example, in Anambra State here, the governor has kind of planned to, go ahead with a certain project. You will see that this particular thing, let me say, for example, he has started the project, you get, and then the halting will kind of halt everything or put a stop to every plan that he has put in place. Let's say, for example, he has allocated a particular amount of money to the project and he has started the work. What do you think will happen? Work will stop immediately. You get?
Yeah.
And this is not about equally stopping the works going on or projects. You stopping this fund allocation or project this funding will cripple the economy the more, and it will spill over. The projects that we're supposed to be carried this year will definitely roll over to next year, which is 2026.
Yeah. So,
and not just that, a lot of talk back and forth and side talks are already booming up. People are not really happy with.
But are you sure they're not happy? I'm just going to give my own opinion, but are you sure they're not happy because money has been, they've stopped money from entering their personal pockets? Because one of the reasons the general gave, the finance general gave, was that you know, they have not been going through due process, okay? So there is a process to rewarding contracts. You are supposed to go to an online portal, you know, upload your cash plan, a monthly cash plan, and then, you know, it's approved. You are given a warrant, and then payment is now made. So I think what has been happening is that people or the politicians there have been bypassing that process in order to get funding, and this is now adversely affecting the purse of the federal government. So they are coming to say that just because this thing was part of the budget does not mean that we are just going to give out money without checking if we have the cash at hand. And you know, they are now saying that it's not as though they are not going to award contracts, but that the contracts from 2024 that spilled into 2025, you know, they are going to pay give it more priority. They're going to pay attention to that. They also said that the warrant has been given and it's just for the payments to be made. But for the rest, he's sort of giving a warning to people that have been doing that in the past, that it would no longer be accepted. That if you want a contract to be accepted, you have to go through due process, so that there is no room for people to siphon funds, like we are complaining about.
My question now is them suspending budget allocation or whatnot. Do you think or do you feel that these people that they give money out to carry out projects have actually been enabled?
I think they have.
Did you see it anywhere in the news that they have been enabled?
Which people?
I'm talking, let me say, for example, governors. You get ministers. Those people you give money to carry out projects, you're definitely hurting the projects, the
Which
money,
projects
right?
have they done?
Calm down. I'm not trying to bring in the aspect of them not doing anything or whether they are doing anything. But what I'm trying to say is that you cannot restructure or reform a system if you don't enable those that you're restructuring it for.
What if
because
they are stealing from you?
At the end of the day, it will be fertile. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not condemning this. I want you to get my point. I'm not condemning the fact that what they are doing is quite commendable. I appreciate that, because I mean it will really cut down on a lot of expenses, because you could see that a lot of senators, a lot of what's it called, governors and the rest of them tend to mismanage funds.
Yeah.
You get waste the funds being given to them. But at the same time, I am saying, if you give rules or you're suspending money, make sure that you put in the right system. You make sure that you enable those people in the system to be able to triumph with whatever thing you're coming forth with.
Yeah, I get your point. You know what you're saying would fly if those people, these politicians that you're talking about have actually been doing anything. My own pain point is the fact that I don't see what they are doing. I don't see what this money is for. It's for, let me just give you an illustration. You hire a carpenter to do something and he has not yet done the work. He's delaying, but you promise him, oh, I'm going to give you money on so date. That day comes and he's the first person to call you in the morning and says, oh, I've not seen the money I was expecting. My own response would be, oh, so you can call me to ask me about the money, but the things that you're supposed to do, you've not yet done it. I have not seen what you're doing. I feel like this is what is happening. All of them are complaining now because this portal was blocked in May. So you're telling me that the money that has been released so far, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months was not enough for you to have gone far with your project. You are now saying that, oh, this is going to spill over into 2026, which is right. But my own question is this: which projects is it invincible? Is it spiritual?
See,
Maybe it is.
Let me tell you something. I can't really vouch for other governors, but I can tell you that there are governors in each state that have been doing wonderful and marvelous works. Let's take a look at the governor of Abia State. Are you not seeing the reformation he's doing in Abia State? He's working. When they say a governor is working, he's putting in the works, he's making the moves. Look at Enugu State. Did you see what is going on in Enugu State? Should I mention them for you? There is almost CCTV camera, almost all the nooks and crannies of Enugu State. And that is actually what I'm talking about here. The people that are doing good works, you're halting, you're suspending, allocating funds to them, because I mean, it's literally through these funds that they carry out these projects and they're able to, you know, progress in the project. But you bring in suspending the means in which money comes in. Don't you think that it will definitely affect the project?
So
that's
I see your point. Yes, and to be honest, all those governors that you've mentioned, they are doing remarkably well in their states. I'm just saying that for this one, I'm going to side with the federal government, because from what they have said, it's as though they are spending more than they have in their purse. You know, it's as though they are overspending, and that is not how you manage an economy. But I understand that it would also affect the well-meaning governors or ministers that have projects that they actually have at hand. But I think one of the reasons why I am of this opinion is because my new orientation about governance is, or my new suggestion to better governance is, to reduce the profitability in governance. And what do I mean by this? I mean, you know how governors are paid how many millions for salary, the pension benefits that they enjoy after serving. I genuinely believe that if they can reduce the enjoyments that these political officers enjoy when they claim offices, that to the extent that it would not be so lucrative and it wouldn't be so enticing, so that people that actually have the interest of Nigerians at heart would be prompted to come into office. And it would not just be an opportunity for you to become a billionaire overnight. That's what I'm saying. So if they can somehow reduce how lucrative it is to be a politician in Nigeria, all the pensions, they should just cut it by quarter, not even half, just reduce it drastically. The money they give for vehicles and all that pension, the salaries, they should just reduce it by quarter. Let it be almost proportional to what the average Nigerian earns. Yes, let it be almost proportional. If the minimum wage is 77k, maybe you can pay them 250. I don't know. Yes, start paying politicians that amount of money. Let me see those that will want to come and contest and will carry it on their head. That's my own bone of contention. But what's yours?
Yeah, like, I think I still stand by what I said, in as much as I agree with you to a large extent, your own reservations. But at the same time, I think that the federal government, in as much as you want to halt this project and you want to, you know, curb the mismanagement of funds, you should at least try as much as possible to enable these people. You cannot just come and shut a running tap without infrastructure, without proper planning, without accountability, without transparency. Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying.
So you need to put all these things into considerations before
you shut them down completely. And I like that, and I hope they are listening to both of us so that they can take notes from both, because I see your reasons with what you've said. But let's move on to the next story. So you see this PDP saga. It's really interesting. It's as though the number of parties that have their eyes fixated on 2027 elections is just crazy. Everybody wants to rule Nigeria. Una go calm down, una go relax. Everybody. Okay, first it was the ADC coalition, APC, of course, the ruling party. Now PDP saga. You know, we've been mentioning internal crisis, and now we are seeing that some fraction of PDP wants former President Goodluck Jonathan to return to the party, and also Mr. Peter Obi to return to the party. Now, another faction has come out to say, that the PDP has not officially reached out to Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi, that those people that are doing that of their own personal accord. And they are saying that, so this, another faction is now saying that if they want to return, that the PDP is open to the entire Nigerians, okay? But if Mr. Peter Obi is going to return, if Goodluck Jonathan wants to return, they should return as members of PDP, willing to adhere to the rules of PDP and not returning to dictate to PDP. So it's like, yeah, you can come in if you want. We are not stressing it, but don't come and make the rules for us, is what they are saying. Now, my question is, what is this sudden rush or the sudden demand for former President Goodluck Jonathan that left in 2015, that left the party, PDP, in 2015? All of a sudden, you people just remembered him and decided that you want him to return. It's my question. What do you think is the reason why they are clamoring? Some people in PDP are clamoring for the return of Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi.
You see this set of persons, let me say, for example, not even an example, let me talk about, what's his name? The former president.
Goodluck Jonathan.
Goodluck Jonathan. In as much as he had his own baggages, but he was actually able to do some things. I mean, he was able to reform Nigeria to a large extent. I mean, that was when this, what's it called? Naira was still, the rate of Naira were still ahead, lower, and not just the rate of Naira, they've not actually removed the subsidy removal. They've not removed subsidy then. So things were kind of okay to an extent.
Compared to now.
But at the same time, so many people argued that it looks like this man is actually a pushover. You understand? Like a woman rapper or something like that. You get. So you checking what they want, or what some part of these PDP members want, is more like maybe they want somebody that they can control easily. Now let's look at Peter Obi. We all know Peter Obi. Peter Obi is somebody that is of high esteem. His projects in Anambra State
speaks for itself.
Yeah, it stands out. You get in and out. You could, anytime Peter Obi stands up, you know that okay, a credible candidate is speaking. So they need credible people. They need people of good valor. You understand? Ahead to rule. If they and the thing there is that if they should come into PDP, it's actually a good chance.
A game changer for them, right?
A great chance for them, yes, to win 2027 elections. You get? So that's why all this thing is politics.
They are playing the game.
They are playing the game.
I genuinely think that what you said is the fact, because I'm sorry to say, but it seems as though when former President Goodluck Jonathan was on seat, I won't call him weak, no way. I would say he had so much empathy that the empathy is not, and I don't think empathy is a tool you use in Nigerian politics. Nigerian especially. Empathy does not exist there. So he was cut from a different cloth entirely, and that was why, for his peace of mind and his mental health, he just left power for you people in 2015. That's one. Now for Mr. Peter Obi, it's the, I don't know what you people want to tell Mr. Peter Obi that will make him come to PDP, because you know how strong-willed Mr. Peter Obi is. Him speaking with Labour Party is, you know, that's where he's standing.
But the thing there is that we don't even know his stand.
No, that's why the next question is I want you to predict. Okay, now let's just say we are predicting, okay? I want you to predict Goodluck Jonathan's response, because they've already had meetings with these people personally, privately. They've already gone to have meetings with Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi. What do you predict will be their response?
No, for the fact that this man left office since 2015, and he halted everything that had to do with attending meetings of PDP. It's not like he left PDP, because some persons were saying that he left PDP. Some members of PDP were saying that he left PDP. He didn't actually say, okay, I am leaving PDP. He just stopped attending their meetings. You understand?
People were stressing him.
The man wanted his peace of mind.
People were stressing
him. You get? So for how the years, the length of years, I mean, he stayed away from this crisis, stayed away from the headache and all whatnot. I don't feel like he would want to, you know, come back to PDP or resume his activities in PDP. Then coming to Peter Obi, I don't even see Peter Obi. I've never dreamt of Peter Obi coming back to PDP because you know he was once in
Yes.
PDP, yeah, and he criticized PDP a lot. So somebody that has criticized PDP a lot, and you could see, Seth, that these people, some member of the PDP criticized or argued that when Jonathan left in 2015, it was actually at the peak.
Yes, when they needed
him the most.
Why did they need him?
You understand? And
for
then,
what?
Exactly, same thing. They needed him for repositioning.
Okay.
For him to, you know, do a lot of good to the party. Then moving over to Peter Obi. They've already seen this man's portfolio. They've already seen that this man can actually do.
Yeah, so you think they would call
exactly. But like I said before, I don't think Peter Obi is coming back to PDP. So,
okay.
But I don't still know if he is joining the coalition or he's standing with Labour Party.
No, he said that he's still in Labour Party, but that he's in alliance with ADC. Okay. But for me personally, if I'm to predict, I think I would say most definitely, but I strongly believe that Mr. Peter Obi is not going to return to PDP.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the reason being that Mr. Peter Obi is, his word is his bond. I don't know what they want to offer him, because just in the show that we had previously, we saw a video where he said that the current administration have come to him trying to offer him money, and that with the money they offered him, he could have been anything he wanted. But of course, he refused. Yeah. You are talking about somebody that has seen money from his early days. You know, he has been touching money. So, and he's not even the type of person that is moved by money. But for former President Goodluck Jonathan, the chance of him returning to PDP, for me, if I'm to predict, is 60-40. 60-40 in the sense that, yes, he ran away from the political scene since 2015 and he has refused to return because of how chaotic it can be. But if they know former President Goodluck Jonathan very well, you will not use money to get to him. If you can reason with his emotions, if you can touch his emotions and say, oh, Nigerians have really gone through so much in the last years. People are still dying. There's still insecurity. There is hunger. People are you know, living in really unimaginable means. Do you understand? And if they're able to plead with his emotions, maybe just maybe he will consider to return because of that empathy that is still there.
Okay, there is even something else that I even forgot that escaped my mind while I was actually making comments on this both parties. When this whole back and forth was going on, I think there is something the PDP members forgot or didn't remember or can't recall. According to the according to section 137 and 132 of the 2000 of the Constitution as amended in 2018, it states that, or rather, I'll rephrase, that any candidate who has been sworn in either to continue where a candidate stopped or to run for a tenure can only rule one more tenure. You understand? So you can't even rule twice. I'm actually quoting this based on what's it called? PDP former president. That is was it Goodluck Jonathan. He has actually ruled before. He has governed the state before, and not just that, he actually continued from when where Yar'Adua stopped.
Yeah.
So are they considering all these things when they were saying?
That's why I don't know. Maybe they want him to run for vice. So long as you have actually, I don't know. Maybe they have,
as long as you've been sworn in,
you cannot contest at all.
You're entitled to one tenure, and I think he has already exhausted that.
And that's why I say I don't know why they want him. No, Peter Obi can contest.
Yeah, he can contest, but just one tenure. That's what I'm trying to say.
Our current president was former governor of Lagos State, and she's still the president, and he wants to run for 8 years. He wants to, when he was governor.
I'm telling you that it was amended. This particular constitution was amended in 2018.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
That's
Okay,
the
so
thing. They
I
need
don't
to
know,
put into
maybe they not
all
looked
these
at
things
it
before coming out to tell us that they want him to come back, or trying to, you know, butter him up to come back and vie for the
You know that the
presidency
PDP also
position.
stressed that they have capable members like your state governor,
Yes.
Makinde, Bauchi state governor, and the Bauchi state governor, they are eligible candidates to run for the 2027 presidential election. So my question is, do you truly believe that these candidates are eligible for 2027?
I think this particular question should actually be directed to our subscribers.
They should tell us.
They should tell us in the comment section,
please.
I beg, Ibrahim Bala. Do you think he's actually a strong contender? Because if you check other parties, I don't know the candidates they will, you know, bring forth for the 2027 election. I said the other parties, but we're looking at Labour Party. They might actually be pushing P2B, you get, and then what's it called?
APCs.
ADC. They might push. We don't know if P2B will still be there. They might equally put Atiku. Yes. So we don't know. But if you put this man, Ibrahim, Sheyi Makinde, and Tinubu, P2B or Atiku, where do they stand?
I don't know.
Where do they? You could see that PDP is already folding. So they actually, I love the fact that they are actually trying to, you know, butter these personalities up to join them, because I mean it will boost.
Need it. Yes, they need it. They know the truth.
Yes, at the same time, you know, they are planning on zoning.
Yes, that will start today actually.
Exactly. But my question is, are you planning on zoning when you've actually not maybe amended the things,
the internal struggles,
the chaos and everything in your party?
You know, they've tried, Sha. I mean, they've settled with Nyesom Wiki. So, but that's that. I don't say anything on that.
That's actually the emotional damage. You get,
but you know, that's the APC concerning this statement that they made about them wanting what's it called, Mr. P2B and former President Goodluck Jonathan back. So now, to that response, APC Director of Publicity Bala Ibrahim fired back that regardless who the PDP chooses, President Bola Tinubu will secure victory. So it's like the APC are not even giving space. They are just giving buzzwords. If they see anybody, they are just trying to clear you. So you don't even have hope. You can't even believe. You can't even think you can fly. So they just immediately cut their wings and say, like, even if you choose, maybe you choose anybody, that our current president will win. But what do you think is giving them that impetus?
Now. Jagaban.
Oh, really now?
Do you know who they have?
Oh.
They have a lot of persons, even though that a lot of persons are defecting from their party.
That's true. And they're not using the FCC to try and get them back.
Exactly. But at the same time, this is still the ruling government.
Power.
They are still the persons in that position. They are still holding that position again. So if they say that Tinubu will win, I don't want to quote it verbatim, but at the same time, if they have that opinion, that strong opinion that this man will still emerge the winner for 2027, then you don't know the plans they are putting in place. They have plenty plans because they get the godfather. So the godfather might, you know, he's not even might. He go stepping. But at the same time, they will not stop, you know, wishing and hoping for the best for their party.
Yes, now nobody
can't blame at the end of the day, na politics within the
See, the ball is in your court, Nigerians. I think this is the point where Nigeria decides. I mean, APC is saying what they are saying, PDP has said what they're saying, ADC as well. So now, this is the most important decision. It's not just choosing who to get married. That's a very important decision. But who is going to rule you? This is a very critical decision that Nigerians have to pay close attention to. So, you know, if you're not registered for your PVC, go and start registering now. Anything that you want to do, start doing now. Anybody you are choosing, make up your mind now. Do research on them. If you are choosing Tinubu, check check records. If it's article, check records. If it's Mr. Peter Obi, go and verify. By the end of the day, that's all I'm going to be saying on the matter. Thank you so much, Ifoma, for joining. It's always been a pleasure. And to our viewers who... I just want to wrap it up. But to our viewers who have, sticked with us till this moment, thank you so much. Don't forget to share your comments in the comment section and follow us on all our social media platforms as Active Citizens, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till we see you this evening, do have a great day.